Welcome back, realvacantland.com. My name is Luke Smith, and I'd love to show you another deal. This one is not my deal. I'm not trying to sell this one. I'm using this one as a learning curve and example. So today we're talking about ground lease deals and land. I'm a land guy, right? I'm always finding land, working on land. I've been calling people, sometimes 50 different names a day, calling, looking for tenants for different properties I'm working on. I think that's a great way to add value to a vacant piece of land, is to add somebody that can come in and put their shop there, and finding the right person that could put their store on my land, I think creates a lot of value. So I've been studying lots of different angles for future deals, and working on current ones that I haven't found tenants for yet, trying to clean them up before I take on my next deals, right? So looking at this one, studying, I thought I'd share and make a video about this. So I'm talking about ground lease deals today. This is Small. Small Sliders is a company that is kind of like Seven Brew, if you've ever heard of Seven Brew, that brings in their shop on a truck and sets it up in just like really simple style setup. And uh, I was gonna say Chick-fil-A, but more like In-N-Out. In-N-Out with burgers, simple menu, keeping it really simple down to just a couple things on the menu that you can choose from, one, two, or three, basically, right? And just putting a lot of volume through there with really good customer service, talking to the people, giving them what they want, and serving up fast, hot, easy, cheap, and doing it in big volume. So they've got a cheeseburger that's really popular. Um, I could pull up that on a menu. So here we go. So this is just cheeseburger. It looks like it's got a pickle in there, maybe some American burger sauce or something, and some cheese, and nice and greased up and ready to go with a crisscross cut fry and some drinks. Drinks. You want one drink, two, two sliders, three sliders, four sliders. How many sliders do you want with a pile of fries and a drink? There you go. That's your menu. Maybe you could upgrade a little bit of upsales. Not much else to choose from. Keeping it simple, serving them up fast, and getting them flying. So how does that make a ground lease? So we got this pulled up on Crexy.com. Crexy is commercial real estate exchange kind of website. You can look at all kinds of commercial real estate stuff if you haven't ever been on there before. There's a lot of fun stuff to look at. So this one, if you look at this picture, maybe this picture is better. This is a shipping container. Comes off a semi truck. They bring it in and they put it in place. Before that, they put, I think it's two of them on the bottom. They put them next to each other. Truck one, truck two, ding, ding, truck three, put it on top. Okay, let's screw a roof onto it. We got a roof. And it's set up. It's set up so fast, you can't, you drive by one day and they're like bulldozing the property, and you drive by another day and they're open for business. Like, how did they do that? So that's the plan. Cheap, fast, easy. Get them in and let them go. So if we had the land for one of these, if we modeled it out, if we figured out what's the traffic, what's the size, what's the utilities, what's the access, what's the demographics, what other shops are up the street and down the street, and who's here, who's missing, and Sliders is missing, or Smalls is missing, and we called them up and said, hey, we got a location for you, and we did a deal with the regional developer of that one and got them in there. They build the building. We supply the land. So we could supply the land and they would lease it. In this deal, in this particular deal, this example, it's falling off the screen, but it's $60,000 a year that they're paying in rent. So they're paying $60,000 a year in this Pensacola, Florida, Davis Highway location. Their lease is for 15 years, so they're promising to pay for 15 years, and then 4 more 5-year leases from there. It'll increase the lease rates and amount of time as they keep going from there. So they could pull out after 15 years and move on, or they could just keep going. If business is still going, they'll just keep going and keep selling sliders or whatever their menu is at that time and out into the future, and paying rent. They take care of the taxes, they take care of the insurance, they take care of the building, they take care of the supplies to make this stuff, they take care of the employees to make it, they do the marketing, they do all the business stuff. They keep the profit between all their costs and how much of this stuff they can sell, and part of their cost is paying rent to us as the landowner, and I think that's a beautiful position to be in, is be the landowner and renting it to them. To get a deal like that, we got to fix up the land. They want the utilities in the right place. and ready to hook up. They want the cement and the blacktop and the grass and that kind of stuff, the lighting all set up and ready to go. And so they can drive their stuff in on a truck and put it in place, build it, and start going for business. How much does that cost? I did a bunch of, AI tools like I like to do, and looking all over the internet for every piece of data I can find and looking at the costs, and it's coming out, I think below $250,000 to set one of these up, to do the groundwork, to do the subterranean work. Each site's going to be different. It's going to be different costs, hooking up different utilities, how far, how deep, how whatever, and connection costs and stuff of the local utilities to pull it off. But let's say we got a piece of property that had the right standards for one of these. This property that they're using on this example is 0.64 acres. It's just over half an acre, so it's just a little guy. I couldn't find the cost of what they paid for this land before because it's part of a Home Depot package. It's like out parcel to a bigger chunk of retail properties. And so it's part of someone's portfolio, and they've, been doing different deals along the way. It's hard to subjugate, or it's hard to isolate, I guess is a better word, the cost basis of this particular property looking at it from the outside. I mean, someone else probably knows, the accountant, right? But I couldn't get it in the public data for what I usually do. But other examples like this, I see other examples of how much they pay for the land. So let's guess, let's hope, let's wish it was $250,000. Let's say it's the fix up of the land's $250,000. They're trying to sell this one for $1,091,000 is what they're asking for this property. They're basing that off the $60,000 rent. That's a cap rate of 5.5%. So if you paid the $1,091,000 and you collected rent over time, it'd be 5.5% yield that you'd get on your money. That's that pricing that this thing is set at. Maybe it should be something more, something less. I don't know. I haven't seen these things trade. And but that kind of idea. So we could probably make $500,000 in between the land and the fixing up the land and selling it as an operating business. If we had the right property. I think that's good to know. I think that's good to be aware of when I'm shopping land, when I'm looking at land, when I'm trying to figure out different land deals. This is a tool that could be used. There's 100 other tools like this that could be used to make land happen or more. And I just like to keep studying these tools, and for when the right property comes along, I could put it to use. So call these guys up and make a new smalls, right? So that's why I'm studying this. That's why I'm looking at it. That's why I'm telling you about ground lease deals. That's how a ground lease deal work. There's other shops that do ground lease deals on high traffic commercial properties like this as well. These aren't the only guys, but this is one that's happening in the markets right now. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. See you in the next one. Bye.